When the Romans conquered Jerusalem in Israel, they came back to Caesar and told him about this land of three wonders they had never seen anywhere else in the world. The first wonder was the day of the week in which no work was done. This was the Sabbath. The second wonder was a temple in which there were no idols or images of the god it was dedicated to. It was the temple in Jerusalem. Then the third wonder of Israel was a sea in which things float. This was the Dead Sea. I've been there, and I can tell you there is no more aptly named body of water in all the world. Say what you will about the frigid waters of the Arctic that will stop a human heart within minutes, or the deepest, darkest depths of the ocean, where not even modern science can so much as shine a flashlight. Those places still have life, even in their own unique, very alien ways. There is nothing alive in the Dead Sea. Everything floats in the Dead Sea. The Dead Sea actively rejects everything that pushes into it, pushes it out. So when I went to the Dead Sea, there was, of course, a resort set up there, because that's what people do. We go to places where we shouldn't be, around volcanoes, sites of earthquakes, floodplains, and we set up like hotels and stuff. So I went to the Daniel Resort and Spa on the Dead Sea, and then we suited up and went swimming out there. The church group I was with, we were in Israel touring biblical sites from the Old Testament and the New Testament. And, no stop there would be complete without a trip to where Sodom and Gomorrah used to be. So we went swimming in the Dead Sea, and, well, yes, you do float like a cork. It's rather amusing. It's also warm, pleasantly warm, like a lukewarm bath, say. But what they don't tell you about the Dead Sea, it's the water. It doesn't feel like water. It's got this viscous, oily texture, and it sticks to you even when you get out of the water. And you just want to get out and scrub yourself and rinse yourself off. You want to get it off your skin. It doesn't feel right on your skin. But the other thing about the Dead Sea, and this is the reason it's the Dead Sea, this is the reason nothing can survive in it, it's salty. And, if you are unfortunate enough to splash water from the Dead Sea in your eyes, or like I did, on like the outside of your lips, it's not mildly salty like water from the ocean. It's not unpleasantly salty like a concoction you might have brewed to gargle with to try and cure a sore throat. It's painfully salty, like acid or some sort of hazardous chemical. It is a lingering, persistent burn. The upside is, if you happen to splash water up on your lips after that, you probably won't feel it, because your lips are still going to be burning from the first time you splashed water up there, or because your lips have dried out so much that they're numb and you can't feel anything there anymore. Swimming in the Dead Sea, I would probably do it again if I had the opportunity. I just wouldn't do it for long. It's not something you can stand for long. It's not something you shouldn't do for long. They have warning signs everywhere. Don't stand in the water for more than like 10 minutes. And whatever you do, do not drink the water from the Dead Sea. I can't imagine what that would do to a person. It would probably dry them out from the inside out very, very quickly. I don't know. I don't want to think about stuff like that. But a rather interesting conclusion that my group's tour guide, Sam, drew from the Dead Sea and the Sea of Galilee was this. The Dead Sea is a selfish sea. It only takes water. Water only flows into it and then just evaporates and goes away. It gives nothing, and it's in the middle of a barren desert. The Sea of Galilee, on the other hand, which is actually a large inland lake, the water flows into the Sea of Galilee, and then it flows out. It gives just as much as it takes. And the Sea of Galilee is a beautiful place, let me tell you. The water there is cool. It's this magnificent shade of blue, and it's sweet, so I've heard. I didn't try any of it. But also, there's life everywhere around the Sea of Galilee. There's birds, there's fish, there's cats along the shoreline, there are catfish in the water. There are plants, both like wild and like fruit orchards everywhere. It's just surrounded by life. Whereas the Dead Sea, as we've established, be quiet, ducks. Whereas the Dead Sea, as we've established, sits in the middle of a barren desert. And so, which sea would you like to be like? Would you like to be like the sustaining, life-giving Sea of Galilee? Or would you like to be about the hostile, but admittedly infamous Dead Sea? I'll leave you with that. Let's watch the ducks.